So on October 27th, multiple Korean news outlets reported that Hanni reached a settlement with an online commenter accused of insulting her. So Hanni, as you may know, is one of the members of NJZ, and as they have been fighting against Adore this past year, she's really become one of the faces of the fight, and this is in particular due to an appearance a year ago where she appeared before South Korea's National Assembly's Environment and Labor Committee as a witness, where she spoke to her treatment by an unnamed manager of an also unnamed group at the same label. During her testimony, she became emotional, saying, she had faced unfair treatment and workplace bullying within HYBE, kind of the greater agency under which Adore is. And Hanni said, quote, "I came to believe the company dislikes us. Even when I greeted senior staff, they would ignore me. It made me question their basic respect for us as people." Now, Hanni's, emotional testimony at the National Assembly drew attention, internationally, but definitely across Korea. And unfortunately, as with anything, also a backlash. And among those who were, reacting harshly was one user identified only as A, who posted on an article about Hanni's appearance. And I'm not really going to dignify quoting that, but yeah, just, a harsh comment. The comment thereafter was quickly reported, and prosecutors charged A with criminal insult, which is a violation that carries a penalty up to 1 year in prison or a fine of up to 2 million won in South Korea. Now, this case moved to the Seoul Southern District Court, presided over by Judge Kim Gil-ho, and initially prosecutors sought a summary indictment, but later opted for a full trial, citing the seriousness of public defamation against a public figure. However, before a verdict could be reached, the defendant and Hanni reached an agreement, and Hanni submitted a formal withdrawal of her complaint to the court. And under Korean law, lobbying an insult, as A did, is a complaint-based crime, which means if the victim withdraws their complaint, prosecution can no longer continue, even if the evidence is clear. So following that, the court dismissed the case, instead issuing a ruling of what's called gongso gigak, meaning the case is closed without punishment. People are still focusing on this decision to forgive the commenter, and it's drawn mixed reactions, some praising her for taking the high road, others criticizing the justice system specifically and believing there's too much leniency toward online abuse. But let me know what you think about Hanni's decision to just terminate the case against the commenter, and I'll keep you posted with any more updates as we get to the October 30th date.